your agenda. They spot your gimmicks, your little strategies. So you can't have them. You just got to talk to them. And once again, the main, most important thing is you just got to love them. Regardless of what they do, you just got to love them. We do not look like Jesus to outsiders because we do not love people like Jesus did. See, Jesus would love everybody, regardless. And Jesus even said in John 13, by this, everyone will know that you're my disciples, if you love one another. People are going to know Jesus because of the way you love. So if you don't love, then you're not showing the Jesus in you. See, God is love, and through our love, he steps in. We shouldn't have a sales pitch. We just need to love them and let God take over. But see, some of you guys are the opposite. And I would rather people who want converts because they at least have a desire for evangelism. But then again, there are some people that instead of focus on converting people, you just focus on yourself. You just try to fix what's going on. You're like, you know what, I'm going to make sure I'm perfect. I'm going to get all my stuff worked out, and then I'll work on God. Well, is that what Jesus said? I mean, is Christianity defined as having a personal relationship with Jesus, or is it defined as following him? Because when Jesus didn't come on this earth to go be a carpenter, make some tables, and then spend 6 hours in his bed and do his devotion and pray and worship. What God did is he ran around radically, leading people to God through love. You're not supposed to just sit at home and watch TBN and hope that somebody walks into your door so you can witness to them, because that's not going to happen. You got to get out on the streets and witness. See, the church is only open on Sundays, but the streets are always open. So if you come in here to evangelize, you can only evangelize in a 3-hour time period in the church. But if you go out on the streets, you can always talk to people about Jesus. You can't be ashamed about God. See, if you keep on being fed spiritual food, like right now, I'm just giving you guys some advice. And I'm giving you some spiritual food. And if you just keep on eating the spiritual food, but you don't exercise it, then you're just going to get fat. Because I'm going to keep on getting it. You're just going to keep on eating. Like, that's good. That's good. And the next thing you know, if you don't exercise, you're going to get fat. So how about we exercise the stuff that we're taught and the stuff that we learn, and that way we can be exactly where God wants us to be. See, we can't rush people, and we can't rush because God is love, but the number one describer in 1 Corinthians is that love is patient. So there's no need to try to push people to a 40-minute sermon and a raise your hand moment and emotion-based. That's not what gets people to Christ. It's time. It's investment. See, what you have to do, my mom explained it to me this way. It's a real smart analogy. Let's say that we have a glass of water, and you're hanging out with somebody, and if they're thirsty, you're going to give them the water. But if they're not thirsty, then you just hold the water, and you wait for them to get thirsty, and then you give them the water. Well, Jesus is called the living water. So we have Jesus, the water, and we befriend somebody. And if, let's say, hey, do you want some water? And they're like, no, I'm not thirsty. No, you should have some water. No, I'm not. And then you end up just throwing the water in their face. Has anybody ever done that? I'd be like, yeah, I'm going to give you some Jesus. No, bro, I'm good. No, seriously, you got sin. You got to change. You got to get Jesus. No, well, Jesus says you're a sinner. And then they're done. And then you throw water in their face and they leave. See, the thing is, you have to just wait. And whenever they're thirsty, they'll come to you because they know you have the water. It's not a revolutionary concept. It's how it should be. All you have to do is let the person find out who Jesus is and make their decision. Just run them through the Gospels. Lay them out God, our Creator, from the beginning to the end. How incredible Jesus is. There's no need to try to convince somebody to be a Christian. Tell them about the suffering. Tell them about the problems. Am I the only one who thinks, is Christianity easy? Christians are set apart. It's not supposed to be easy. We're not trying to convince people. It doesn't matter how many members we have, but the authenticity of it. So if Brianna, if you guys can come up, get some worship, I'm going to go ahead and close it. What I have to say, in conclusion, I have to ask, how can we change the stereotype? See, people think Christians are judgmental. They think we're hypocritical and that we're too focused on converting people. But how do we change that? We've got to love them. But see, love's not just a verb. Love is an action. So in order to change the stereotype, we have to be in action. We can't just be passive and sit back, because that's not going to break the mold. You have to be radical, reckless abandonment, running around, being on fire. See, it reminds me of, in number 6, there's the Nazirite vow, which talks about people who wouldn't cut their hair, they wouldn't drink, they wouldn't do grapes, they wouldn't eat raisins. They were these real super Christians. And not to say that stuff is wrong, but what they did is they build the reputations that Christians are different. That's what they did, is they showed that Christians are different from other people. We don't look the same, so we have to act this different than the world does. See, they did not want to compromise. They were a completely different brand of believers. So in order to change the stereotype, you have to restart yourself. See, if you haven't been living a life the way that God has called us to be Christians, then you just have to restart. A house built on a stand will not last. But the thing is, you can't just, okay, I'm going to keep some of this stuff and then build on top. Because you can't build a house over remains. You have to completely end everything. Demolish all the sin, all the tradition, all the religion, all the stuff that you've got built up, the hypocrisy, the judgment, all these things, the motivating conversations. Just get it all out the way. And just let God be the foundation. Let the Bible be the foundation. Let the Word be the foundation. Don't worry about what other people think. Because you know what? In the end, none of these people are going to be here on Judgment Day. It's just what God the Father thinks. So are we really trying to impress God, or are we trying to impress the other people around us? So what I have to say is that we have to become a new creation, a new person. 1 Peter 3-6 says that we are to be born again and a new Christian. See, as Christians, we think born again is a one-time process. Once you're saved, you're born again, and then you're great. No, born again is a process, and you have to keep on doing it. It's not a one-time thing. In order to redefine Christianity, we have to redefine being born again. We have to restart. We just got to start over. God gives us the opportunity to live a completely different life than the life we're on right now. So what I'm going to say is, I was going to come up here, and I was going to see how many people want to change their life. But that's back to going to emotions. Because if I got you here, and you got right here, and I prayed over you, and you cried and broke down and said you were going to change, the solution, the real answer, the real way to change, is just change. It's really not emotions. Build it on the Bible, read what the Word says, and live this life. So what I'm going to do, instead of having a big altar call, I'm just going to have Rhonda, and I'm just going to have a worship. And what I want you to do is just for a moment, I mean, you can do this just one moment. Don't pay attention to people around you. Don't think what they're thinking. Don't think, well, I'm next to my wife, I'm next to my husband, I'm going to have to do what they do. Just completely get away with God. Because just completely close your eyes and just worship the God who created you, the God who put you on this earth. So what I'm going to ask you to do is, Bria, if you guys can just sing whatever song you want to, whatever's on your heart, just close your eyes and get away and just worship. Because God resides in our worship. His house is built in our worship. So just close your eyes and just focus on God. Don't focus on anybody else. Just close your eyes and put your eyes on God.